May the 4th and the Grand Prix of Europe brings us to Teutschenthal in Germany. Mickael PICHON already a double winner. Stefan Everts looking relaxed, ready to make up for his misfortune in Valkenswaard, presently 4th in the championship, behind the runaway leader, Mickael PICHON. Well, that was hardly a runaway victory in Holland. It was an epic showdown. SMETS, twice second in the championship. Joel SMETS, if he were to win a world championship this year, he would be the oldest world champion in motocross history. Everts, fastest in practice, ahead of PICHON, Brian Jorgensen, Claudio Federici and Joel SMETS. James Dobb, 8th. Most of the 30-strong field explodes into action. And at the front, number 19, the remarkable Gordon CROCKARD, makes a rare good start, having made an astonishing return to action just 3 weeks after that awful injury he suffered in the second turn at Valkenswaard. The Ulsterman on the Cass Honda then, briefly at the front. Can he hold it? And the answer is no. Mickael PICHON gets that Suzuki to the front. Brian Jorgensen's there too, as Joel SMETS steps underneath Gordon CROCKARD and tries to snatch 3rd place from the Ulsterman. Doesn't succeed. Federici's in there too, so is Everts. The two of them colliding. Monique Bevolt's just behind. So a full-on start to the action here at Teutschenthal. No prisoners being taken on that one. There isn't any room on the berm. You step over the top of it. Or rather, you get forced over the top of it. At the front, PICHON leads the two Hondas of Brian Jorgensen and Gordon CROCKARD. Joel SMETS in 4th place. But the MJ Church Kawasaki of Stuart Nunn has gone down on one of the well-watered parts of the track. Bad luck for the former winner of the French 125cc Motocross Grand Prix as he desperately tries to restart. CROCKARD charging in 3rd place. SMETS, Everts and number 111 Claudio Federici right behind him, and Pit Byra forcing one of the Motor X Kawasaki's right off the edge of the track. The German absolutely desperate to get to the front in the first of 2 home Grand Prix that he will enjoy this season. Brian Jorgensen, always good at filling the track, the stylish Dane, making it hard for people to get past as Christophe Martin, the Frenchman on his Suzuki, goes down, spins around and restarts just ahead of the Dixon's UK Yamaha team man, number 58, Mark Jones, the Welsh boy. At the front, the French boy, number 1, Mickael PICHON. Virtually unaware of the scrapping that's going on fiercely behind him as the pack tries to find a way past Brian Jorgensen. The stylish Dane, sideways over nearly every jump. Makes it very, very difficult to find a way past. PICHON's clear of the problem. CROCKARD is all over the back of him like a rash. Byra down in 10th place ahead of Johnny Aubert. That's Suter 13th. Kevin Strybos, after that brilliant 4th place in the Netherlands, way down in 18th place on this hard-packed, slippery track, ahead of James Noble and Colin the Geek Dugmore in 20th, the last point-scoring place. PICHON leads. How often have we had to say that during the course of the opening Grand Prix of 2003? Gordon CROCKARD, still fighting, still like a rash all over the back wheel of the 28-year-old Dane. Can he find a way through? He's got faster entry speed into some of the turns, but then he just finds the Honda parked up in front of him, or in the air sideways across the track ahead of him. Looking up the inside, no way there. Tries again up the inside, and this time pulls the block past, but it's neatly avoided by Jorgensen. Yogi almost retaliates, comes back up the inside. Gordon gets trapped against the bank and has to give best. Oh, Yogi somehow hanging on to that Honda in midair, and then just cheekily glances over his shoulder as if to say, sorry mate, not good enough that time. But this time CROCKARD just said, you've had your lot mate, I'm through. Crockstar through into 2nd place. A remarkable ride for a man who suffered such shoulder damage just 3 weeks earlier. Here, of course, not as rutted, not as choppy, just a little easier on his shoulder than it would be in the sand. Joel SMETS second in Spain, second in the Netherlands, running fourth right now, desperate to find a way past number 30, Brian Jorgensen. Behind him is great rival Stefan Everts. And another wicked motocross Grand Prix unfolding here in Teutschenthal in Germany. The battle for third place. The KTM of Joel SMETS really building up a head of steam, but constantly finding himself thwarted by Jorgensen's clever track positioning, clever tactical play on the Honda. Stefan Everts making up three men. It's a six-wheeler battling for third place here in Germany. Meanwhile, Gordon CROCKARD taking advantage of the opportunity to open up a gap on his challengers. While they squabble over third place, he is beginning to cut the gap on the leader, Mickael PICHON. SMETS swapping side to side. The track fast and flat, people able to travel at a similar pace, means that it's difficult to just get close to somebody and find a way through. You've got to be aggressive. Oh, SMETS turning across the brow of the hill, laying the bike flat, putting the power down, soaring skywards. Stefan Everts, the grandstand view, but he'd rather be in front. Plenty of support there for Brian Jorgensen from his pit crew. Claudio Federici on the Ducati Yamaha. He's just shadowing this battle, staying in touch. At the front, Pichon in the lead. Bike number one in first place. But he's being caught by Gordon CROCKARD. The Cass Honda is closing the gap. Crocstar, remarkably for a man who hasn't been able to train and even try to sit on a motorcycle until a few days before this event, is riding hard. He's in second place. He's closing the gap on the leader. He's broken the 2-minute barrier, 1:59.6 second lap. He's building up to challenge the leader. If this is what it does for you when you can't sit on the motorcycle, train or ride it, then I think you ought to do it more often, Gordon. Tremendous form for the former British Open champion. First hit Grand Prix on a Yamaha in 1997, finished 31st in the 250cc Grand Prix. 1998 won the Under-21 Coupe de l'Avenir in Belgium, and we knew we had a real star on our hands. 1999, 13th in the 250 World Championship for Honda, improving to 6th in 2000 when he also won his first Grand Prix. And here he is, putting the pressure onto Mickael PICHON. Well, it would be an amazing turnaround for Gordon CROCKARD's fortunes if he could stick one on PICHON here at Teutschenthal. A confident point from Frank Schroyen and a thumbs up to indicate, yep, I appreciate you've got it under control, but he is getting close. And also the battle for third place. Jorgensen still holding off SMETS and Everts, and not too far behind Gordon CROCKARD. The leaders can't afford a mistake. Oh, CROCKARD nearly made one. The gap down to 1.9 seconds. CROCKARD must be feeling the pace, but he's digging deep, showing lots of Ulster courage here in Germany as we go back to the battle for third place. SMETS once again attacking Brian Jorgensen, and Jorgensen once again retaliating very, very cleverly indeed. Federici's right with them. Someone's finally got to break the deadlock, surely. SMETS goes for the outside line. Cuts inside. Power down early, brilliant move, and he's made it stick. Everts is trying to fly through in his slipstream. Over the jump, three of them together. Everts goes for the outside line. Jorgensen tries to block him, but almost too fairly, doesn't push him wide, and Everts hangs on to the inside line into the right-hander. He's got his man. You have to be ruthless in this game if you want to stay ahead of someone like Stefan Everts. And Jorgensen just pulled out of shutting the door on him, and now he's got Claudio Federici for company, having dropped from 3rd to 5th places in a matter of moments. Federici attacking hard on the Decali Yamaha. The 27-year-old Roman versus the 28-year-old Dane here in Germany. Honda versus Yamaha. Claudio looking for a way through. Neat, he just cuts it into the inside rut. And Jorgensen now down into 6th place. Federici proving that those early laps in Spain were no fluke. Well and truly on the gas, on the case. So too is Gordon CROCKARD, attacking Mickael PICHON for the lead. Gordon's always said if he was fit, if he was well, and if he made a good start, he could battle it out with PICHON and Everts, and here he is proving that point. The former Irish and British champion attacking the man who's won 10 French championships and a couple of American ones for good measure. Gordon getting a bit ragged. It's not surprising. He's had so little time on a motorcycle. Race fitness, race sharpness, call it what you will. It's what Gordon CROCKARD could do with right now at this stage in proceedings. The man who finished 3rd in the World Championship in 2001, just 30 points behind number 1, Mickael PICHON. So close to being second. He lost that second place to Chad Reed of Kawasaki at the very last race. CROCKARD, 24 years old. PICHON, still only 27, remarkably, but of course he was into the Grand Prix so early and sprung to prominence at 16. Finished as high as 5th in the 125 Grand Prix before he went to America. Crocstar, he's got no interest in going to the States. He wants to make his mark right here in Europe. He's a home-loving boy. Oh, and how did he survive that? Absolutely Speedway style, completely and utterly on the brink of control, and it somehow came back. And that's an example of what can happen to you when you've just not been spending time on the motorbike and you're pushing to the limit to try and pass the fastest man in the world. The last lap, 3rd place for number 3, Joel SMETS. He's twice finished 2nd. That 3rd place will sustain his championship challenge, but it's going to be a clean 3 out of 3 for Mickael PICHON. He's looking almost delirious with joy. Suzuki's Mickael PICHON, the reigning 250cc Motocross Grand Prix world champion, is on the final lap here at Teutschenthal and headed for his 3rd successive Grand Prix win. That, of course, is in 2003, his 12th successive Grand Prix triumph since France of 2002. A remarkable accomplishment. PICHON nodding to his fans as he takes the checkered flag and wins the European Grand Prix at Teutschenthal ahead of the gallant Gordon CROCKARD, and in 3rd place, number 3, Joel SMETS on this 450cc KTM. PICHON's lady looks well happy with that result, as do the rest of his team and the fans trackside here in Germany. Set his best lap on lap 15 when he was fending off that late charge from Gordon CROCKARD, the sign of a true champion. Everts 4th, Prevolt's 5th, Jorgensen eventually pushed down to 6th place, but beating off Federici and Kenneth Gunderson. Mickael PICHON leads the Riders' Championship by 11 points now from Joel SMETS. Stefan Everts back into 3rd place, but 25 points, a full race victory behind the leader. Gordon CROCKARD 6th in the championship on 40 points.